In the martial arts, both rituals and routines are essential for constant improvement. Following patterns, repeating the same drills thousands and thousands of times is necessary for both physical and mental development. In this episode, I talk about the importance of routines and rituals, not only for the martial arts, but also for your everyday life. Especially about how helpful or hindering they can be sometimes. And, as Bruce Lee once said, I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. And of course, dear Bruce, I think you feared women too. So enjoy my ideas and feel free to comment this episode on YouTube or visit my website for more information on www.wolfflow.at. In martial arts, a routine is also known as a drill. This is a constantly repeated and clearly defined pattern of motions designed for building confidence in certain movements so that they can become something like a reflex. In short, they are responsible for your reaction patterns under pressure. For a better understanding, I like to use a term from an article I've recently read in an issue of Psychologie Actuelle. The term routine, originally French, is loosely translated as experiences we make on a path. I like this description because following a path always results in experience. And I also like the two terms, ritual and routine. They are differentiated in this article because both can be explained very well with some of the martial arts metaphors. A ritual is Latin and from rite, which is a ceremonial act. That would be, for example, the bowing or the welcome or farewell ceremony, which are still very, very important in traditional martial arts. In daily life, such a ritual could be, for example, the first coffee in the morning, where I consciously take time for myself to start into my day. A routine in martial arts would be a defined form of movements. The Japanese term, you probably heard this already, is kata. So here you switch between well-determined attack and defense techniques against one or more imaginary opponents. The goal of such a kata is to become more confident in what you're doing, or using the following a path translation from the previous mentioned article, to become more experienced in what you do. In the context of life, I would describe a routine as a set sequence that has to be followed even if you don't like it. Like kata training, for example, definitely does not always mean fun, believe me. In your job, that could be a monotonous sorting of goods or entering data into your computer. And in your private life, routines can be everything that keeps, for example, the system family running, just like shopping, cooking, cleaning, etc. We are always exposed to this danger when we run on autopilot. Actually, it's impossible of being aware and attentive every single second in our life. So just imagine what it was like before you were able driving a car without the whole thinking process, like shifting gears, looking into the different review mirrors, light signals, and so on. So it would be terrible if we could not carry out such activities as routines. I wouldn't necessarily use the term dulling mentally, but in some way, routines keep the system running in the background and create new capacity for tasks which might need our full attention at the moment. It's a fact that we gain experience through routines, and this is also the case in martial arts. And therefore, routines should be subject of a regular quality controls. So, because otherwise, if you do not readjust from time to time, routines can go from helpful to hindering. In my work as life coach, I like to use the phrase, watch your thoughts, for they become words, and so on. So, for me, habits could be both routines and rituals. And before they can be changed, as long as this is what you really want, you need to recognize this fact at first. So the watch your is the crucial part in this concept. In short, if you take care of your habits from time to time, you learn to differ between hindering and helpful habits. And these are always hidden behind routines.